So many questions.
And only one answer.
Wealth allows people to shove people around in spite of how the other person feels. In fact, those that control those resources are able to kind of deny their own feelings.
Go back to that. Wealth allows people to shove others around, for example.
Tell them what to do, not take them into consideration, their feelings, their circumstances.
If you have a direct connection to source energy, let's say there's a wealthy person, and never mind how that person got there. Let's say massively wealthy person. And let's say that you or someone else is there, not wealthy. Wealth discounted, both have equal access to the abundance of the universe. And the one who has the wealth somehow got in alignment with it, and the one who doesn't have it is not yet in alignment with it. They could be in alignment with many other wonderful things, but for the sake of this example, they're not in alignment with the wealth. So our question to you is, how is it that the one who is allowed the wealth has in any way deprived the one who doesn't have it?
It seems to be that's what we're taught, that it is competition, it is scarcity, that there are only so many resources, and for one to win, another must lose.
So what happens, as this one who wants wealth and doesn't have it, looks at this one who has wealth and pushes against this one, condemns him, doesn't like him, gathers statistics, looks at negative aspects. Now this one holds himself in vibrational discord with wealth and blames the one who has it for his lack of it, even though this one who has wealth is in no way depriving the other. It's his attitude toward it that is cutting himself off from it. You see, we understand how the myth, the lie, the misunderstanding is perpetuated because most people are not accustomed to looking at their vibrational state of allowance. Instead, they're looking at conditions. So they see a wealthy person and they see a poor person and they say, well, we should even this out. There are governments that have come and gone. Communism doesn't do very well. And even the socialism that is part of your world, you could take all of the wealth that exists and distribute it evenly among points of consciousness. Now, that'd be tricky because you'd have to decide, does the black man get it? Does the Mexican man get it? Does the Chinese man get it? Does the Japanese man get it? Do the women get it? Do the children get it? In other words, there would be all that arbitration of all that messy history that you all have. But let's just say that you divided it up equally, and every human that exists, even the one that was just born, oh, that one too, 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 that one too. This is going to get very tiring. Let's say they have to be one. That'll make it easier. One or older. Oh, there, that birthday. Now we're in trouble again. So the wealth is evenly distributed among everyone. It would not take 20 years before it would have redistributed back into pockets again where there is poverty and wealth, because it is accumulating to the attitude, to the vibrational countenance, and to nothing else. A person who has wealth and expects wealth and gets wealth. In other words, it's sort of nice to be born into it because you begin picking it up early on, and so you're more likely, unless those around you have condemned you for it, and then you might push against the idea of wealth because you don't want to be hated by your friends, and you might deprive yourself from it.
So the attitude of the wealthy is their own business?
Just as the attitude of the impoverished is their own business. And both are getting exactly what they feel. And the injustice for those like you who are looking in on it feels like, well, that person should give more to that person. But what that person has discovered is that giving something to someone that they are not a vibrational match to, it doesn't stick. In other words, you will hear them say it's like putting it down a rat hole, because it does not change their life experience. Haven't you noticed, even with the welfare system in your nation, that the more you give, the more they think you should give, and the less appreciative they are of what they have received? And the more disempowered they become? It is a cycle that is not working. Your taxes get higher as you pay for things that others would like to do for themselves. Anytime you give to someone something that they have not naturally attracted, you say to them with a very loud message, I do this for you because I see you cannot do it for yourself. So the beating of the drum of disempowerment continues.
So then what is the role of parenting in children where they come in dependent? What role do you play in that child's life so the family isn't a welfare system?
You watch for evidence of their own ability to attract, and you compliment them every time you see them receive something that they wanted. And you do not talk about the things that are not going so well. And little by little, you watch for opportunities to say to them, I am one of the vortexes, especially in your early years, through which your well-being flows. But you do not need me as a vortex, because you have your own vortex, and you are worthy, and well-being should always flow to you. And I, as your parent, anticipate that wonderful things will always flow to you. Watch for evidence of them. And whenever it looks like they're not flowing to you and that they are flowing to someone else, try if you can to get a sense of the attitude of the one that they are flowing to, and try to duplicate that attitude. Try to become expectant of the things that you want to flow into your experience.
And resources are unlimited?
Resources are,
in spite of what society...
not only unlimited, they are increasing proportionate to the desire that is exuding. And that is the imbalance that you are on some level feeling, because billions of people are launching rockets of desire and source energy is answering, but not all of the billions are in the place of allowing. And so those who have figured out how to get into the receiving mode are receiving perhaps an inordinate amount. No one can receive something that someone else deserves, but we can see how it would look unfair. Haven't you ever met someone who says, things just go my way? Things always go my way. I'm just the luckiest person. I don't know. It's always been this way for me. And every time I turn around, good things happen. And if you're not in that place, you just want to kill them. It just doesn't seem right. Well, how about sending a little luck my way, you say, begrudgingly, amplifying the vibration that is keeping your luck away from you. I hate you for the luck that is coming to you. It's rotten that you get all of those wonderful things. It stinks that you get them. You drive down the street, you see the car that you've been dreaming for, and there's a teenager driving it. And you say, his father bought that car for him, and he is not deserving like me. And we say, apparently it's the other way around. He's got the car, you say.
Right.
You cannot receive vibrationally something that you are not a vibrational match to. And so you want to bless those that are finding abundance. And in your blessing of them and their abundance, you will become abundant too. But in your cursing of their abundance, you hold yourself apart from it. It is a law. It is a powerful law.